All right, everybody, I'm out in the garage here this morning. I thought I'd give a little update on the 56 Ford here. I've got it all in primer now. I was waiting on the hood because I needed to get that engine glued in there where I could cut that hole in the hood. Excuse me. And I think I got it dialed in where I want it. I cut a little offset there for that blower and everything. I thought that'd look pretty cool, but I think that's looking pretty decent now. And you know what? You know, fellas, I had chosen this green here. It's to me, a XF27. It's a black green, but it was too olive drab looking to me. So I did, let me put my camera down here a second. All right, didn't want to black you guys out there too much, but I did a custom mix on this, and I got it a lot darker, so you can see what that looks like now. I still don't know if I'm satisfied with that or not, so I've got my spray booth fired up this morning, and we're going to do some test shots here. I'm going to spray 3 spoons, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray them and let them flash out for about 15-20 minutes, and then I'm going to stick them in the dehydrator for a couple hours, and then we're going to come back and we're going to shoot the clear on them and see. We're going to see what this paint looks like. I hate to keep swinging around here, fellas, but just wanted to show you that. Excuse me. Like I said, I'm just still not locked in on that color. I wanted a dark green, but I don't know. I mixed a lot of black with this. The X series black, which is a gloss. This XF is a flat, and it shined her up a little bit, but I don't know. Well, we're going to see, because I'm going to do the test shots, but let me see if I can get the hood off of this. We'll show you down in here. I got I cut those big motor mounts off the front and the back. They just weren't going to line up with anything. I didn't like how they looked, so I pulled them off and put me a cross member down there for the transmission and some motor mounts in. So I think she's looking pretty good. There's another piece to this engine. This is another pulley system that goes on the front of it. Got a little tank there, and that goes on there. I'm not sure if I'm going to put that on or not. I'm still not sure on this. I got the engine wired and got the headers on. It's hard to see those headers, but they're painted black. I don't know if I can get down in there. No, it's just not going to show it. But if I put that extra pulley system on, it may be too close to the radiator that I have not got in yet. And I don't know whether I'm really going to run a hose to that engine from the radiator. This is more of a pro street. You know, you don't drive this around because it'll overheat. You take it out on Saturday night, fire it up, and make a hit, and then you shut her down. You know, so I'm not sure if I'm going to put a radiator in or not. I just haven't decided yet. So fellas, tell you what, let me I'm gonna cut this video off, and the next video will be, we're gonna be at the spray booth, and I'm gonna show you guys I'm painting this green paint. So hang on, fellas. All right, fellas, now here we are at the spray booth. I've already got my paint mixed up. You can see here I've got it mixed about almost 50-50. It's maybe 2 to 1, 2 parts paint, 1 part thinner. A little more paint than I've got thinner. I want to make sure that paint doesn't come across from the edges on that spoon. You know, a lot of times when you get too much thinner, well, in my experience anyway, a little bit too much thinner, and paint tends to kick away from those edges. So I'm using a little bit more paint this time. Now, this is also an experiment for in my garage, painting when the weather's bad outside. Right now it's like 48 degrees outside, and the humidity is around 73%. And in the garage here, I'm looking at my meter up here, and it's 72 degrees, and the humidity is 52%. So that's not too bad. So we're gonna try these spoons and see how they come out here. Got everything set. Put a little paint in the cup here. Get our amount of paint coming out just about right. That's good enough for first shot. Let me wipe this off. All right, no primer. Just giving a little bit of a light coat. Not really looking to cover it, just a light coat. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna move this paint over here. I'm gonna do that on all these. Hope y'all can see this. I've got my camera between my legs and trying to get the best shots I can. That looks a little bit dirty even after I wiped it off. All I'm doing, now this is just me. You guys, everybody paints different, but for me, I like to put down just a light coat initially, just as a kind of like a tack coat. Almost like it almost kind of acts like a primer for me. So I get that tack coat on, then I open up my needle on my sprayer, my airbrush here, and get a little bit more paint coming out. So I think I just bumped the camera. Still not looking to get that total coverage just yet. I tell I've had too much coffee this morning because I'm shaking too bad. All right. I'm gonna let that compressor stop over there. All right, that noisy thing's shut off now. I opened up the needle on my airbrush a little bit more, so we're going to get some paint flowing here now. Now we got some paint going down. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. I need to turn on my exhaust fan, I guess. There we go. Kind of forgot to turn my exhaust fan on. All right, I'm gonna open up this needle a little bit more. I'm gonna get a lot of paint coming out now, and we're gonna hit these spoons one more time. This is how I normally paint all my models, and I'm gonna get a good heavy coat on here. And you can see it looks like it looks like water going on. See that? That just shines that up so nice. I just hope y'all can see that. I don't know where. Let's see what this one looks like. And I'm gonna get her heavy. Just keep your airbrush moving, and you can. I watched my part, and it looks like water going on. And that's it, fellas. We're good to go on this. I'm gonna look at this paint now. It's a dark green. I don't know whether I like that shade of it or not. We'll have to just wait till I get some clear on this and see how it turns out. But fellas, I hope you enjoyed this. I'm gonna cut this video. And then when we come back, these will be coming out of the dehydrator where I'm going to put them for 2 hours. This Tamiya paint dries pretty quick, so I'm doing a test on this also to see how long it takes to dry this paint so I can get clear on it. So we're going to do her for 2 hours, and then we'll be back and we'll shoot some clear on it. All right, hang on, fellas. All right, fellas, here we are back at the spray booth. Here's the spoons after they come out of the dehydrator. I originally told you I was going to leave these spoons in the dehydrator for 2 hours, but you know what? This Tamiya paint dries quick anyway. I only had it in there for maybe an hour and 10 minutes, and we're going to give that a shot and see what happens. But I think she's pretty dry because it feels nice to the touch. So we're going to see what happens anyway. So if this works out, painting an hour in the dehydrator and then clearing and another hour in the dehydrator, and bang, got a paint job. So we're going to see what happens here, fellas. All right, now, all right, there's that daggone air compressor again. I'm going to see if I can talk over it here. Now, y'all know I use the Tamiya acrylic X22 clear, and then I thin that also with the Mr. Color Leveling Thinner, and I mix this the same way I did the paint. I mix it, it's about 50-50, maybe a little more paint or a little more clear than the thinner, but excuse me. So we're gonna see how this turns out here. I'm kind of excited to see how this shines up and whether I'm gonna actually use this paint on my 56 Ford or not. So fellas, let's get after it here. I'm ready here. And I don't think I said in my other video, but I'm running about, it averages out to about 20 psi on my this is my Pache H, and that's what I use. So let's get some clear in this cup here. All right, we got some clear in there, and let me set this needle. That looks pretty good. All right, we're gonna give her a go here. Hope you guys can see this good enough. Just like last time, we're gonna do a light tack coat. Not trying to get everything done in the first shot. Hope you guys can see that good enough. All right, we're gonna open that needle up now. Get some more of that clear coming out. All right. Let me get my fan on here. There we go. I hope you can hear me. All right, we're gonna open that needle up a little more. That's starting to look good. So now we're gonna really lay it down. Heavy, make it look wet. Look at that, looks like water going on. That's how I like when it starts looking like this. Just got to get your airbrush kind of close and spray it on kind of heavy. Watch your part. Well, what I do is I watch my part. When I see it looking like water, I know I'm going at the right speed. So we're going to open this up a little bit more. This will be the last coat. It's already looking pretty good there, but here we go. I just lay it on till it looks like water. Boy, that shined that up like a new penny, didn't it? Let me show you here what I do with it. Here's the before and here's the after. Hope y'all can see that. But that's the before and after. Now this is the Tamiya, it's the XF paint, which is flat, and I mixed some the X black with it, which is the gloss paint, but it still came out flat. But you know, when you hit that clear on there, boy, it shines up like a new penny. I hope y'all can see that really good. Man, it looks good. So I'm thinking now, that doesn't look awful bad for the 56 Ford pickup. I think I'm gonna go with it. Dang on, it looks good, both things. Guys, this is how I paint all my bodies and everything. I've been doing it this way for about the last 8 or 10 models, maybe. And I just like how it comes out. And you know, of course, this looks nice and shiny now, but it still gets a wet sanding and then a good polishing, and boy, it just turns out really well. All right, fellas, I think that's going to be about it. I'm going to get everything cleaned up here, and I'm calling this one done. I'm out of here.